Cigar Mile Day at Aqueduct is always one of my favorite days on the racing calendar. I think it's a travesty that the Cigar Mile is not a grade one. And I think if you look at the quality of this year's renewal, I think that makes that grade two status look even sillier. I mean, Bookham
Mhm.
Dano, who's been the best 3-year-old sprinter in the country this year, is at the rail. Moving further out, you got Mullican, who was favored in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Law Professor, who's been a nice graded stakes horse. Locked, who was a grade one winner as a 2-year-old, came back with a dominant 7.5 length allowance win. His first start as a 3-year-old in October. Not to mention Senior Buscador, who's a
Yeah.
$12 million earner. And, he ran okay in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He was fifth. Coastal Mission, who won the 49er, who was a prep for this. Post Time, who was second in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, third in the Whitney. So this is a loaded race. And I just hate that there's like no grade one races in New York. I've said this before. There's no grade one races in New York, basically from October until June now, which is just it's an absurdity. Well, I'm sure we'll address that again after the graded stakes rulings come out for 2025. But John, this is a super interesting race.
It really is, and to me, Joe, the race starts and ends with Bookham Dano from the one hole. If he can break the way that he normally does, and Irad can get him out there and hold the position going around that 1 turn mile, I think he's really got a puncher's chance of beating the older horses in this division.